Hello friends, this is Barbara from Wigs and Fluff. Now in today's video, we're just going to try on a few wigs and have some fun. These are wigs that I rescued from storage, some of them, and some of them I just didn't love at first. So let's get into it. The first one is the one I'm wearing, and that is CHIC Choice. It is CHIC Choice, there it is, by GABOR in Buttered Biscuit. Now, for some reason, when I first tried this one on, I wasn't loving it. I just wasn't loving it. And I'm still having a few problems with it. Maybe the bangs need to be trimmed up a little bit more. That could be a problem. But for some reason, I'm just not loving this particular wig. This is the back. So you can see, it's like a bob. It's a cute little bob. It's called CHIC Choice. And it's by GABOR, and this is in the color Buttered Biscuit. Buttered Biscuit. I thought I was going to love this wig when I first ordered it, but I don't know. There's something about this one that I have just been struggling with. So you tell me, what do you think? What is the issue with this particular one, this CHIC Choice? What is the issue with it? Is it just the bangs? Is it the color? I don't think the color is a problem. I think the color is beautiful. I think that's just fine. I don't know what the real problem is, but for some reason, I wasn't loving this one. So let's take this one off and put it to the side, and I'm gonna let you tell me what you think about the CHIC Choice by GABOR. All right, that's the first one. Now, the second one is the JACQUELINE. The JACQUELINE by Envy in Vanilla Butter. Vanilla Butter. Let me find the front from the back and get my ear tabs. This is a short one. This is a really, really short one. And I kind of put this one to the side, sort of getting ready to go into storage camp because I really don't know. I like it. I think it's a good plop it on and go wig for, you know, if you're sitting there with no wig on and somebody comes to the door, you can always grab the JACQUELINE. It goes on quick. You can fix it with your fingers and it's perfectly fine and you're ready to go. So I'll turn around and show you the back. You can see it's kind of stacked in the back and then comes down, layered very nicely. It's got a pretty good hairline. It's not too short in the back. One thing, it does not cover my ears well. The bottoms of my ears show. That does not bother me too much, but other people it does. Is it the color on this one? Is it this particular color that I'm not loving? Or what do you think is the deal with the JACQUELINE? This is the JACQUELINE by Envy, and the color is Vanilla Butter. So I kind of like her just for a plop it on and go wig. You need a number of plop it on and go wigs in your wig closet so that when somebody comes to the door, you can just throw on a wig. You never know when grandchildren might be coming over, children. You know, who knows who's going to be coming to your door during the day. And if you're like me, you know, just for comfort, if nobody is around, you're just going to sit around with no wig on. Why bother if there's nobody around? So I put on wigs so that I look good when I go out. When I'm by myself, I don't much care. I don't much care. I'm just being comfortable and honest here. And I will sit around with no wig on at all during the day or in the afternoon when I'm by myself and my grandchildren are gone to work. I'll just sit with no wig at all. But if somebody comes to the door, I'm going to need a wig. And so these are great to have on like wig heads right next to your, in a shelf right next to your bedroom or somewhere close to you, close by you, where you can just grab it and go. the reason I like to have these plop it on and go, what I call plop it on and go wigs that just don't take any styling. You can fix it with your fingers quickly and go out the door and you're fine. So you tell me about the Jacqueline, what you think. The next one is the Audrey. Now the Audrey, I keep going back and forth on. This is Vanilla Bean, and it's by RENE of Paris. I love the Vanilla Bean color. Now, this one's always been tight on my head, and I have a petite head, 21 1/4, kind of in between, petite average. And it's okay. I can handle that, you know, for a short time. As you know, I have headaches. I get migraines without the headache. And if anything is too tight on my head, it'll start that up. This one is a little bit tight on my head. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm hesitant to wear the Audrey. I think she's I think she's absolutely beautiful. I really like her. I absolutely do. But I don't choose her a lot because it's tight on my head. After a while, I tend to get a little bit more used to it, but I've noticed that, you know, I will get a few symptoms of migraines without the headache if I wear something like this for too long during the day. So if you're like me and you get those old migraines, you may not want something tight on your head. So that's my problem with the Audrey. It fits a little tight. Otherwise, I think she's perfectly beautiful, and I would wear her all the time. This was the Audrey by RENE of Paris in Vanilla Bean. All right, now my next wig is a cute one. This is a Paula Young, and this is the Grace, and this is in Icy Blonde. I really like this color, but this is Icy Blonde. I really enjoy this particular color. That platinum with the dark rooting, I think, is great. I'm trying to remember why I didn't love this one so much at first. Well, one thing is that there's some hairs in the back that really are a problem. They do tend to want to stick up and be alfalfa, what I call alfalfa. And that's from the Our Gang comedy that many of you probably never heard of. But if you're as old as I am, that's what we used to watch when we were kids, the Our Gang comedy. And there was this one little boy on there who always had his hair sticking up right in the back there. And they used to call him Alfalfa. And always had that piece. It's like he waxed it to stand up. So, you know, I think that was the comedy about it. And anyways, there's the back. This is the Grace by Paula Young. This is a pretty one. And I really like it, I really do. I think my only problem is that it does tend to stick up there. So as you just saw, I grabbed a little bit of wig wax. If you're new to wigs, you're gonna want some of this. And I would promote it to pretty much the top of my list because it has a lot of great uses for fixing issues. So I'm going to be doing a video tomorrow, I think it is tomorrow, about new to wigs. I have to look it up and see, but I think it's tomorrow. Yep, new to wigs is tomorrow. So I'll talk to you about products and stuff and so forth tomorrow. But this is a cute wig. It really is very, very cute. So I don't know what it was, except that it does tend to want to stick up a little bit back here, but a little wig wax seems to take care of it. I love the Icy Blonde. I think it's really cute. I love the color. So this is one that I'll probably keep around. I enjoy this color. I really like it. and it wants to kick out in 2 different directions down here. Do you see that? Some of it goes straight down, and some wants to kick out that way, and the other wants to kick out this way. You see that? That's what it wants to do. But it's got a nice long hairline to cover your hairline if that's what your issue is, and that's what one of my issues is. I have a long hairline. It comes from wearing my hair long for so long. But anyways, this is the Grace by Paula Young, and I really like it. It's just an average wig, extended nape, not much else to it. Just a really cute little wig. The next one is the Rosette. The Rosette. Do you remember the Rosette? This is by Paula Young, and this one is in number 27, which is medium auburn. Number 27 by Paula Young is one of my favorite reds. I absolutely love number 27. And just takes a minute to get her in shape. Now she is a shoulder length wig, and when you get into wearing shoulder length wigs, it looks to me like I should trim up her bangs just a tad more. That's not going to work for me. It's right in my face, in my eyes. Either that or yeah, it just needs trimming. Trimming up a little bit of bangs. But other than that, she's a beauty. Look at that luscious hair. Would you look at this beautiful hair? Just so, so pretty. So, so pretty. Now, when you get into these kinds of wigs, what I started to say, is you're going to need some Simply styling for shoulder length wigs, because these wigs tend to get tangled up on the ends here fairly easy. It doesn't matter whether you have them on a wig head or if you have it on hangers, one of these little hooks like that. This is the Paula Young Rosette hanger. So it's going to get a little tangle, so you're going to need this Simply styling for these to get the tangles out. Otherwise you'll pull the fibers right out trying to get the tangles out, but it's beautiful. This is a great wig to wear in a pony or a side pony. Even would be perfect with this particular wig. I do love side ponies, by the way. I really do love side ponies. But I love this dark auburn color too. Just so pretty. So even if you're an older girl like me, you can still wear a side pony or a ponytail or absolutely an updo. Now, she's more one length than she is layers. She's got some layers here, but for the most part, I think you're going to be able to put her up in a pretty good updo with a beautiful clip. That's why my first choice is always with a clip. I just love them, if I've got it right. And you can see that she will go up into a nice little updo for you, and that she will look great. You just have to pull down a few to cover up your bio hairs. That's all. But other than that, she's a lovely wig. I really like the Rosette. I love Paula Young wigs. I really do. I just am totally all about Paula Young. So this is the Rosette by Paula Young. I think I need to keep her out and do some bang trimming on her. That's what I'm going to do, because her bangs are just a tad long for me. So let's see, what were the bang length? The bangs were 4.5 inches. So, you know, they need to be trimmed. Now there's one more that I have, and this one is the Cinch. This is one I had in storage in Honey Ginger by Raquel Welch. I don't know why. Don't remember why I didn't like the Cinch. I also had the Cinch, I believe, in Rusty Auburn. But this is one I've had in storage for a while. Oops. And this is in the color Honey Ginger. Now, this wants to be asymmetrical and come down like that really nicely. And it wants to be shorter on this side than it does on the other side. This is not exactly, see, there's the short side. And over here is the longer side. This is not exactly, I wouldn't say that this was exactly a plop it on and go wig. It is not. You have to work with your little asymmetrical wigs to get them just looking right. You can just put that behind your ear if you like and have a really cute looking wig there. I think that's cute too. But you can leave her out and just cover your ears if you like your ears covered. And it's got plenty of long length on the top. So she's a pretty girl. She is. She's just not my favorite, but she's a pretty girl. I've got her in Rusty Auburn and I've got her in Honey Ginger here. So these are the wigs that, I don't know, some of them I didn't love at first and some of them I had in the storage box, the wig camp box. So wig camp means ones I put in storage because I just plain old didn't like them. That's what that means. So they go into storage camp is what I call it, until I find another use or I decide to pull them out and use them for something like today. So anyways, I want to talk to you about something else. Jesus, he's always there for you. He's always there, no matter what you're going through, whether you're having family problems, financial problems, sickness, illness, he's always there. And he's, all you need to do is to pray and ask him to help, and he will help you. He said, I will never leave you nor forsake you. He said to be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or discouraged. Jesus is always there for you. He really is. Just ask. All you need to do is ask and keep on trusting and believing. You know, he loves you so much. He truly loves you so much. He wants what's best for you. He does. So trust him today with that. He knows the end from the beginning. He knows what troubles you're going to have in the future. So he wants you to avoid those troubles if you can. So listen to him. Pray. Pick out some time during the day where you can just sit and listen to him. If you get quiet and you just listen, his voice is very quiet. It's like a whisper. And you have to listen very carefully to what he is telling you. Trust him today. Trust him. Believe that he died on the cross for your sin and believe that God raised him from the dead on the third day. Then proclaim him Lord of Lords and King of Kings, because that is who he is. Do it today. Do it today. Take care of your business with Jesus today, because the time is really, really, really short and there's just not much left. Now then, in tomorrow's video, I will be presenting a word to new wig wearers. I'm going to talk about some products that you need, and I'm going to give you some tips and tricks from those who have been wearing wigs for quite some time. Now that's my story for today, and I will see you tomorrow.